That's why I'm trying to explain. Like, dude, do I get why they beat his? Yes, but like, it's still not okay.
Get him a fight with the Russian, though. It's the fight game. I don't care how professional it is. It's the fight game.
You cannot just like talk about people and just come and sit in front of them. That's how simple it is. You must be a man and back your words up.
That had to be the nastiest knee bar I've ever seen, and then I still blows my mind, dude.
1 week before the fight, I bought Mercedes A-Class, and I told the garage owner, "Can you give me this car? I give you half after the fight." And then when he got me a knee bar, I'm like, oh, I own some money to the garage, you know.
You were
like,
thinking about the car.
What does a fight between you and him look like?
I finished Alexandre Pantoja. I have trained with him when I was 21 years old, and he knows how good I am.
Uh-oh.
You won fights, you are still undefeated, and now you've left the UFC and you're pretty much on a path to go back. Why did that happen? Have you ever spoke with Dana White about why you were released from the UFC?
The time can change anyone's opinion, change anyone's mind. I can change as a person as well. And
welcome back to another great episode of Overdogs podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll get into it. We got a good guest for you today, and the fight game is always up and down, some wild stuff. I released a video. I was talking about one of the bigger things that happened at the Islam Makhachev fight night. He made headlines, but he's getting kicked out of the UFC. He can't go back. He was never allowed to fight in there. And Dillon Danis gets into a scuffle or a fight and gets hit in the back of the head. It's messed up, kind of. What are y'all's thoughts on it?
I have a lot. I think it's pretty simple. First of all, you don't attack people for words. You just don't. And you don't go 8-on-1, but like scraps happen. Dillon literally kind of invited it, does not make it okay. I don't know, bro. You pull up talking all that, bro. Dillon knows what he's doing, bro. So, am I surprised? Am I offended that happened? No. But like, why do you ban Dillon if he's not the first one that swung a punch? Then I don't agree with that.
I was saying, was he talking, or did they come up to him? Oh, you're sitting in my seat. Then he was like, oh man, seat. So yeah, that you can get hit for that. Like you can't, Mac. You can't be like, oh, you can't get hit for words. That because you can't say whatever you want. You can't say whatever you want. I'll get on that.
Okay, fair. But I still don't agree. So the story is he was showing them like this AI clip of Islam kissing Ali. Now, so that's why I'm trying to explain. Like, dude, do I get why they beat it? Yes, but like it's still not okay. And like I don't think it's right to ban Dillon if he didn't swing first. That's all I'm saying. If he didn't swing first, ban them all.
Who cares about swinging first? He had somebody on the ground. There's all these people crowded. And then this guy who looked like probably a bodyguard or something just cold cocks him in the back of the head.
That's wrong.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a bodyguard, like you grab the person.
Yeah. Well, and you have to understand too, when you're talking to someone, dude, like the way Dillon harassed Logan Paul forever. Logan Paul is not like Khabib's team. This is the second time we've seen Dillon Danis get jumped to MSG, bro.
But that was, the Russians, and you showing them a picture of their champion.
You're being beyond disrespectful.
You're probably gonna get punched in the back of the head for that. So
yep,
you gotta be more ready. But damn, where'd you hear that?
Hear what? The AI clip thing?
Yeah.
On Twitter, like just following, like so. MMA Junkie
it could be
actually
a lie.
Posted it, dude. No, they actually posted it. So I'll find it real quick. But they posted it, and people were like, "Well, so if it was so offensive, it made Dillon get jumped. Why are you posting the clip?" Let me see.
Because that's what media does. Medias are some.
Yep.
There's some sneaky snake in the grasses.
Here it is. So Javier Mendez. So Yeah, the AKA coach, obviously we've had him on the show, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Javier Mendez told Submission Radio that Dillon Danis was showing an AI video of Islam and Ali kissing to the Dagestan section. Bad move. Bad move. I get why they kicked, but still, I don't think it's right. This is one of those reasons the fight started. Javier also mentioned that Dillon was mocking the religion of Islam. And I mean, just the clip in itself is mocking the religion.
Get him a fight with the Russian, though. It's the fight game. I don't care how professional it is. It's the
I would agree with that.
Game.
Bring Dillon in and let him fight John Pork.
Who is this John Pork that I keep hearing about?
Okay, so John
That
Pork
punched him in the back of the head.
Yeah,
right. That's what they're saying online.
John Pork, I think, was the one that originally attacked him, like attacked Dillon first. And so what happened? John Pork it's honestly kind of like a lame joke, but it is funny. Islam was introducing his friend Chanko on a video, and Chanko came in, and in his Dagestani accent, Islam said, like, "This is my friend Chanko." Like, I don't really, but it sounds like he says John Pork.
John Pork.
Yeah. So that's all it is. And so then everyone started calling him John Pork. He's like upset about it, kind of. And now that's why Islam, don't call him that. He gets upset. He wants to turn off his IG comments. So it's just, that's all it is. That he said Chanko in a Dagestani accent. It sounded like John Pork.
If you're that good at wrestling like the Dagestanis are, you know, they grab some men. That's what they do. That's part of the wrestling game. That's why I don't wrestle anymore. I bare knuckle box. I'm not out here grabbing.
Yes, sir. Bro, the momentum on that card just died with that co-main and main event.
Oh, man, yeah. Who,
because it was like Bo Nickel. It was highlight KOs.
Who was
like,
the co-main?
The co-main was Val. You already forgot. Yeah, that's my point. Val.
No, I mean.
And Val shut Wiley down like that. Like, bro, I don't know. What'd you think? What'd you think about? What was your favorite thing about the card?
Prates. Obviously, Prates had the highlights of the night, and he's sharp, man. For a lanky guy, he's really strong. He hits really hard with that straight left. Leon, you know, and the people. Oh my God, the memes that get made is like no one ever accomplished anything throughout their whole career. You can't let these get on you. I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do on the internet. The internet does what it does. And, you know, they can make you or break you with the internet, but really none of it truly matters. As long as you take the martial arts lifestyle and you keep living to be better and greatness, you know. Leon was a great fighter at a time, and, you know, through years and years of training camps and all this stuff, your body gets messed up like, you know, mine is right now, and I'm going to have another fight at some point. Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt calling me out with his big muscle build, muscle head guy. And, you know, it'd be fun to fight a like that. And, you know, I'll make it fun. That's what I do, man. I'm a tough dog, animal. I'm more than an animal. I'm a tamer. You know what I mean? I tame a tiger or a lion. And, you know, shout out to the real Tarzan. That's, you know, he'll be facing off with crocodiles under the ocean. That's crazy doing that. So
saltwater crocs are crazy.
You know, it is what it is, man. We live every day to just enjoy. I was watching some videos today, man. Nick Fuentes and Joe Rogan talking about living today as if, you know, because you could die at any time and anything could happen. So, you know, we got to enjoy ourselves while we're here. That's most important. I think the Russians were enjoying punching Dillon Danis in the back of the head. It's kind of, but, you know, karma's out there. And Dillon maybe got some karma, and he'll still talk. You know, I say it's the fight game, though. Get him a fight against one of the Russians.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
At a weight class.
I mean, Dana didn't say he's banned from ever fight. I don't even think Dana's really that interested in him fighting. But I think, you know, he banned him from attending them. I don't put it past the UFC that they would bring him in to fight somebody, though.
Well, why hasn't he? Why hasn't he been offered?
Because he has no record. Like, bro, he doesn't fight. So Dillon Dan is one of the few people I don't really like that much.
CM Punk ain't don't fight.
But this
CM
is
Punk
how
don't fight.
Dillon will earn his way. I know, but CM Punk is I mean, I don't follow WWE, but huge.
It's wild that those guys have the fans that they have.
It's gigantic, bro. It's
I
gigantic. And then it's
went
also
to a
crossover.
wrestling event in Orlando at the Kia Center, and we walked inside, and I'm like, it was like ghost town in the hallways, and I'm like, you know what? I bet this whole fan base is in there watching the show. No one's getting concessions. No one's getting snacks and drinks. They are all inside watching the show. It's wild to me.
No, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That fan base, yeah, dude. I mean, they're locked in on a thing. They're not there to get all fight fans. I don't know, but our WWE fans or let's just say wrestling fans and then MMA fans have always kind of been put in one little category. And then look, TKO, buyout, where WWE and UFC are owned by the same parent company now.
Have they, though?
So, yeah, we have always, yes. Because think about the people that don't know the difference between MMA and WWE, or like just are super casual. They just put the whole fighting thing, lump it into one group of fans.
Okay, looks like maybe our guest is here.
Let's go.
Let's bring him on in, man. We got the next. He's coming. We think he'll be coming back to the UFC, fighting at the big show. He's earned it, sitting at a 15-0, 16-0 record. Muhammad Mokaev, phenomenal fighter. He lands a huge. It was a flashy kick that you threw. It was like a flick and then a head kick. Boom! You got the KO to win the Brave Championship. That's big stuff, man. How are you, Mokaev?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you, Mike.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for.
It's an honor to have
thanks
you
for
here on
having
the
me.
show.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm just landed like not just now. I just came today to Qatar for the UFC event, and I wasn't far from here. We drove like four hours from Bahrain. Just came to watch the event.
For the show this weekend?
Yes, it's great card.
Wow, it sounds beautiful. How is Qatar? I've heard it's beautiful. They got air conditioning in the streets.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I fought in Abu Dhabi before, but to be honest, like Qatar is like there's no difference between Abu Dhabi and Qatar. It's an amazing place, man.
Wow, man, we've heard about that big money over there. Here in America, we've only heard about it. I haven't been. I know a few people have, but maybe someday. I don't know. I've heard around the grapevine that I might be bringing my bare knuckle show to the Middle East somewhere, so it'd be fun to put on a show over there.
Maybe I'll fight one day.
Maybe
on your show.
Oh yeah, for dirty boxing, you saying?
It's possible. Why not?
Man, well, we don't got no kicks. Tell us about that kick knockout to become the champion over there in Brave.
It's great. It's great. It's my like I started with karate when I was like 9-10 years old. My background was never wrestling. I only started wrestling when I moved to England, and I actually trained with Darren Till when I was like 15-16 years old, and so to be honest, like my background is karate, so it's slowly start coming all together. Like I start getting my confidence in striking and putting, like I see what fans want to see, and I'm like, okay, if you want to see me strike, I'll do it, and I always have plan B.
You have a really interesting story in the fight game. You know, you were a refugee and you had to leave Dagestan, which, you know, here we all know Dagestanis to be these amazing wrestlers like Islam, and you know, then you go to the UK and you learn kickboxing there. Your fighting style reminds me of Umar Nurmagomedov, in my opinion. It's like the way you guys do kickboxing. I don't know, have you ever trained with the Nurmagomedov family in Dagestan, or, you know, and what was it like in the refugee camps back in the day?
I haven't trained. I wasn't as a fighter. I was just a computer gamer when I moved from Dagestan to UK. did little bit karate just to defend myself and not like compete and not do like I did compete maybe 2-3 medals.
Okay.
Like third places wasn't very good. So in UK when I moved to UK, I think life took me to MMA. Like life took me to MMA to keep my energy away from the streets, from the bad things happening to me. Maybe I end up maybe in a jail or somewhere in bad stuff. And I think MMA saved my like life, career, and
Wow.
I'm like my life totally changed. I always want to change my family's life also and make my father proud. He took me to UK, changed my life, give me good life. And I understood I would never make him happy through my education because it's not something like I grew up in, I'm born in UK to be like go to Oxford or big universities. So I want to do something big in sports where I could.
Okay, yes, absolutely. You are doing it big. I mean, in a weird way, you have a one-of-a-kind story where you entered the UFC, you won fights, you are still undefeated, and now you've left the UFC and you're pretty much on a path to go back to the UFC. You know, why did that happen? Have you ever spoke with Dana White about why you were released from the UFC and you know, how the future plans look?
I never did. I never spoke to Dana about it. It's like basically my contract is finished and then how it is what it is. And I spoke to Hunter, I spoke to Mick, and basically now I proved why I'm the best flyweight in the world and I cannot be denied. I went out there, I never gave up. Like most UFC fighters get cut from UFC at the age of 30 and they're like, I'll never go back to UFC. It's a possibility. The time can change anyone's opinion, change anyone's mind. I can change as a person as well. And I did 3 fights after I've been called from UFC, 1 karate combat, did 2 grappling tournaments, and just staying busy in the media, in the competition, just growing and to show who I'm really, like what my personality is. I will never give up, and I believe I will be one day UFC champion.
Do you liken your story, or like, do you compare your story at all? Like this weekend, Kyle Dawkins came back to the UFC after being cut. Now he's on a 2-fight win streak. He's submitted GM3, which was really surprising. Then you have guys like Robbie Lawler, dude. Robbie Lawler got cut from the UFC, fought his way back, became a champion, one of the most epic champions ever. Do you look at them for inspiration at all?
I look at inspiration in my weight category is Brandon Moreno. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and that's my story. I think similar to his career.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, being such a star at 125 pounds, you know, if Jake Paul asked you to box him, is that a fight that you would be interested in? And how would you beat Jake? How would you do better than I did? Like how, you know, I got beat up a little bit.
Father, I have to bring dog with me.
Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. You know,
He's big guy. He's big guy. Maybe I need another 125. But today I weighed in. I was 155, so I'm not that small.
Wow, big weight cuts, huh?
Yeah, big brother.
Are you still open to coming back? 'Cause to come back to the UFC, I know you've kind of said you'll even come back at 135. Is it the plan to come back at 125 or 130? Is it still open? You know.
While I'm young, I just make one championship weight in Brave. I never missed weight ever. I did some fight bantamweight, some flyweights, but I'm a professional. Between amateur and professional career, I have 39 fights. I never missed weight, never pulled out from any fights. And you know, as a fighter, Mike, it's you never be going to fights healthy. And some performances I didn't put. I put fans didn't like, but I never pulled out. And it all depends on my going through the camps and stuff. And I think most fighters going through stuff like this. You can't not be 100% like that. But going to UFC, I've been cut when I cut from UFC. I was like ranked 4th or 5th. I want to finish my story. I want to become flyweight champion. And while I'm young, I still can make flyweight. And then later, it maybe my body won't let me.
Well, you know, even if you say that there's been times you didn't feel that you were at 100%, your record reflects otherwise. Your record says mentally you were 100% in whatever you needed to do to win the fight. Tell us about that mentality when you're not feeling your best, but you still show up and perform however you have to. Like, you know, I get in there and I get hit sometimes. There were some fights I wasn't sure if I was going to win. I won some fights I wasn't sure if I was going to win, and I lost some fights I wasn't sure if I was going to win. And, you know, sometimes I just, you know, how do you be so smart in the fight and keep yourself moving and keep yourself protected, and then in order to grab positions to do enough to get the wins?
I think my background, the way I started, why I started, I always remember why I started. I want to become the best in the world, and I cannot just take time, pull out from the fight, and then somebody steps in, take my chance. This is your chance. Sometimes you have to take these chances because you're gonna regret them later in your life. Similar to when I was losing 2 rounds to Team Elliott, and then 3rd round I came out and submitted him, and I'm like, I have to give everything. You cannot just break halfway. And I showed like this. I remember they nearly snapped my knee, Jafil Filho, and I'm like, if you don't do submission, you better be ready what you wish for. And then he gassed out and submitted him with my like half Olympic leg, and you just have to go all the way through. Even if you're losing through the fight, give every second. So you come out from the cage and you'll be like, I give everything, and you don't regret. And also put like hard work in the training camp. If I do a great training camp, put everything in, my nutrition is on perfect, my strength condition program, my sleep, everything is good, I go into fight like 100% confident.
Well, you gotta, like, for those chances you're talking about, when you get those calls and you have to be ready to jump and take that opportunity, you know, you don't have a full training camp, but are you living the lifestyle all the time? Are you always eating clean, drinking water? You know, I know they like to drink in the UK, and you went over to England and lived there, so I don't know if you drink or anything like that, but if you took that call and you're like, you have those little thoughts in your head, oh, maybe I didn't train hard enough yet, I need more time for this. You know, what does that call sound like if you're thinking that mentally in your head, you're like, oh, I would need, you know, 2 weeks of 2-a-days or 3-a-days to get the hard training?
I'm in Qatar. There's 2 flyweight fights this week, and I'm here, brother. That's how I know. I just fought two weeks ago. I'm big. I cut as much as possible weight as my body goes through. If they accept at catch weight, I'm ready to go, brother. You know, like I used to fight at IMAFs. If you know, IMAF is like both amateur championships. Okay. You fight every day. Okay. You fight every day, and then you fight the best in the world. It's called International MMA Federation, and I fought every day, make weight every day. And I don't think anyone like right now in this division have same experience what I have.
How do you keep that discipline? You know, when people are calling you, we want to go here and party with these friends, or you know, these things are happening, or maybe you go to some of those locations, maybe you hang out and you have a good time, you listen to the music, you're up late, and then you get that call. Like, how do you stay disciplined? I struggle with the discipline a lot of the times.
Yeah, I never drank, like you said. I grew up in England, but I never drank in my life, never touched any cigarettes, anything like this. And yeah, so it's something that I'm not interested in. My interest is like free time, go to fishing, do some fishing, and just maybe cook barbecue with the friends, play PlayStation. That's my circle. Like, play PlayStation, play a little bit computer games. That's my maybe baddest habits I have.
Okay, you been on the Arc Raiders lately?
What is this?
The Arc Raiders. It's a viral video game. It's going around the world. Millions of players on Arc Raiders.
I play Counter-Strike. I play I play Battleground, PUBG.
Okay.
And just stuff like this with the friends.
Okay, that's good stuff, man.
And FIFA. I was gonna say, no sports games. Come on.
You gotta check out the Arc Raiders, though. I've been stuck
I
on
will.
that.
I will.
All right, yeah, for sure. Don't take too much time on it though. I don't want to keep you away from training. It would be crazy to see you fight this weekend in Qatar at the UFC.
Someone pulls out, yeah.
Yeah, I saw Alex Perez, my ex-opponent. I saw him on the reception today. Hugged him. I said, "I wish you all the best." Then I see Cody Durden, also my ex. I fought him in UFC debut. I see him today, and we just had chat on Instagram together. And just seeing my ex-opponents, and great to see him doing well and keep competing.
Yeah, that is great. Real quick.
Wait, before we move on to the next.
No,
Before
I
we move
just
on,
want
you were
to ask real quick, Mac, real quick. So because you grew up, or you know, you were born in Dagestan and you did some training there. You said you had a couple competitions, maybe second, third place, whatever. But he is undefeated as a professional mixed martial artist. I want the fans to know that he is like so. You know, and then you learned how to wrestle in the UK. You say, would you say? Could you tell any differences, remember any differences from the training when you were young in Russia compared to the training in UK? Is it mostly your mentality that makes you the great wrestler and fighter? Or, you know, is it your blood where you were born and then you just took the UK training and made the most of it? Or can you tell us some differences?
I think like you just have to look up to your role models, and I see like Habib, Rustam Khabilov. He fought George Masvidal. He's my guy. He was cornering me actually, and for my Brave title and in UFC, and I was watching them, and I'm like, I was motivated. I'm thinking I can do the same. I was texting them and asking what to be a good fighter, and they give me some advices when I was younger, and I think the hunger, it's most important in this sport. If you have like food in fridge and you have PlayStation when you're young and you have everything, you have internet, everything at home, why you need to fight? What you fighting for? It's hunger to feed family. Like we all MMA fighters here, not because we had good life, 100%. It's just not just my story. It's everyone's. Everybody want to change their family life. That's why I'm in this sport. And some people just get at certain level in the sport, and they're like, okay, I have a lot of fans. I'm okay. I can chill out and rest from the training 2-3 weeks, and that's how they go down the hill. They should ignore the noise and keep going till they be the legend of the sport. That's my opinion.
I respect that, man. It's hard. I like to lay down and not do anything.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to
Relaxing
ignore
is
the noise.
good.
Maybe sometimes you might look arrogant, but it's your journey. Sometimes you should be like disciplined.
Respect, brother. Please, Mac, go ahead with that question.
Well, I'll stack onto that one. That's what's kind of interesting about you, dude. You Dagestani's known for their grappling, and you're talking about the hunger. We've always kind of said like it's the culture of, working hard around. You just go and do your business, and you're playing video games. You're not partying. You're not. But like it's funny because Britain is not known for wrestling, and then a Dagestani goes over there and learns wrestling and is one of the best wrestlers. Like so. Obviously, there's just something about your people that's fascinating. You know what I mean? Like, so you take a Dagestani out and you train him in a place that's traditionally not good at wrestling, and you're still. What's that about? It's really, really impressive. And let me ask you this too: how did you not tap to Philo? That had to be the nastiest knee bar I've ever seen, and then it blows my mind, dude.
Yeah, and guess what? Every opponent I talk to after this fight, and everybody aiming for that knee right now. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'm like, good luck with that. And I mean, 1 week before the fight, I bought Mercedes A-Class, and I told the garage owner, it's RW, the Manchester garage based. I told him, can you give me this car? I give you half after the fight. And then when he got me a knee bar, I'm like, I want some money to the garage,
You were thinking about the car?
I swap my knee for IMG.
That's
I mean, no, I mean, like, I'm winning 2 rounds. Even if he stamps my knee, it goes to decision. I win this fight. And like, but if you don't finish this, Niba, he gonna get gassed out because he put so much energy into that. And then once he let that go, he's like, he's brave. I'm like, okay, now he's done.
yeah.
I
I mean, that
think
goes
some
to
of
what
it,
we're saying about like just the mentality you have, dude. It's incredible, bro.
I think some of
Thank
it
you,
has
man.
to do with, you know, like your kickboxing style. Did you do like a taekwondo?
Karate, I started with
Started
karate.
in
My
karate.
background
So
is
they're
karate.
big on flexibility. And like the way you threw that last kick in Brave, where you it was like a question mark kick, but it was like a front kick, and then you just brought it around, and there's a lot of flexibility there. So did it hurt your knee at all when you were getting knee barred, or you're flexible enough?
No, no, of course. After the nearby was like partial tear, like 90% of doctors said you have to do operation. I'm like, no, I will recover. I will try my best. And then Wigan Athletics football team, I was going to rehab every day, 9 a.m. till like 2 p.m. Every day was so boring. I think most boring stuff I've done in my life for like 1 month. Did the rehab with them and ice packet every day, and I couldn't bend it and I couldn't extend it. It was one position. My knee it was like big, like pregnant knee, you know.
Wow.
And it was big, yeah. So
I mean, to make it
it's
through that
fine.
and
I
win
mean,
the fight, that's just incredible.
it is what it is, brother.
I mean, dude, your leg, because it's one thing with chokes, you can't tell how much like someone's actually being choked, but I mean, your leg was doing what it's not supposed to, man. I mean, he was bowing your whole knee. I couldn't believe that. And then you still got up and jumped on the cage.
Yeah, I had to like thank the fans.
Let's go.
Adrenaline. So what?
Yeah, the next day I couldn't jump out of my bed.
So you know, I mean, I don't like to say what if this or that. You know, we would hope that if any opportunity came this weekend and you could get that opportunity to fight in the UFC this weekend, or if not, and you know, what is next for you if it's not this weekend? You know, what is next up in line? Are you looking?
In Brave, I have a good relationship. I can't fight for the bantamweight title. I went just jumped in the cage and did face off with the winner of the bantamweight title. I can fight anywhere I want. Like my dream fight outside of UFC would be Pettis, Sergio Pettis. But I don't want to get stuck in the PFL contract for long term. That's my honest think like I don't want to get stuck because my dream is different, and I'm really good with Brave. I mean, if Brave and PFL work something out, we can make that big fight. I think he's biggest fight right now, and I think he's a big star. He's ex-flyweight. He's been caught. I've been caught, and we fight maybe for the contract.
Okay, well, that's great. I hope that all plays out nicely, and you know, you seem very confident in whatever it is you're going to do. I want to switch gears here. I want to go and ask about, we started the show talking about this. It seems to be a big story in combat sports. And, you know, Dillon Danis gets into a fight at the last UFC during the Islam Makachev's fight night, and he fights like a bunch of Islam's team. Did you see this, and what are your thoughts on, you know, Dillon Danis fighting those people, getting hit in the back of the head, getting kicked out of the UFC, he can't come back? What are your thoughts on all that?
I mean, when you say stuff like this on internet, you must be ready for back your words up anywhere you go. You cannot just like talk about people and just come and sit in front of them. That's how simple it is. You must be a man and back your words up. If you're not ready for this, don't write this.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, back of the head, like front of the head, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's a street. There's no stuff back of the head. Then if you say like dirty stuff, you must be ready for dirty stuff too.
Replies, yes, it makes sense. You know what Max said? Oh, you can't.
I'll say
you
it. I'll
can't
say
beat
it. I'll
people
say it.
up
I'll
for
say it.
words, and I said,
I don't think people. I'll say it. I'll say it, Mike. I'll say it. I'm not scared to say it. So I just don't think ever people should be attacked for words. But I agree with the whole stance. You're gonna say nasty, shit. Like you know what you're getting into, and Dillon's the expert of that. I don't necessarily just agree ever with if. Like Dillon got hit for showing them something, and so like I don't think Dillon should be banned if anyone else isn't banned. And I'm not team anybody, bro. Like it's just I don't know. I don't think people should be hit or attacked for words, especially 8-on-1 in the back of the head, whatever. But Dillon did sign himself up for that. I agree. I saw the video. They're saying that he showed him. He asked for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's like, I mean, 8-on-1 maybe is too much. I think 1 versus 1, they still smash him up, you know. So, but there was people with him too. So it wasn't like just 8 versus 1. There's people with him too. But I don't know, man. I don't know. He does more stuff outside of cage than inside the cage. If he was opposite or equally, you can say maybe like. He's like on that stuff, but sometimes he does more stuff outside than inside.
Oh yeah, well I agree, man. He crossed lines. He crossed lines, and I'm not hurt that he got his ass beat.
Yeah,
man, you're sharp. You're a sharp guy, Muhammad, for sure. Man, I see why you're having success. You know. All you guys are making a difference in the world, in my opinion. I think a lot of us fighters have influence over how men act within the world. You're not. I mean, you're a UK fighter, but you're from Russia, so it's a good mix. And you know, you're influencing people to be better men. I gotta respect that. You know, I've tried here and there. People talk trash no matter what. The internet is undefeated, but you know, so are you. The internet's undefeated, but so is Muhammad Mokaev. I respect it.
Yeah, man. I had like stuff in the hotel with Manuel Cape and stuff like this, but like today, for example, if I see somebody who I don't like, I just walk past. I think I go off, like it doesn't worth it, you know. It doesn't worth it. Either you end up in police station or either somebody cut your contract and you be banned from some places. I think you just better leave it, and like if nobody goes up to your face, if they goes to your face, that's you touch me, that's you, like GSP said, you declare the war, you know. So and but better to just leave it, focus on yourself, focus on your legacy. Like maybe 2-3 years ago, I was different, and I would probably tell somebody, listen, don't leave him. But now I'll just even give advice to guys, listen, doesn't work that.
So not to like, does being cut from the US or not re-signed to the UFC, is that part of what taught you that lesson?
One of them, and then it's one of them. But main thing, I spent more energy on this book, where I could spend that time on my improving myself, getting better, spending that energy inside the octagon and showing the world on the camera on the big stages instead of in the lobbies and somewhere who doesn't even worth my energy.
Yeah.
Who wins in the UFC, Alexandre Pantoja or Joshua Van?
Alexandre Pantoja.
What does a fight between you and him look like?
I finished Alexandre Pantoja.
I mean, he's that good. He's that good. He can say that. That's not just said by anyone.
I have trained with him when I was 21 years old, and he knows how good I am.
Uh-oh.
You still look 21.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I got my beard shaved, so I'm looking young these days too. But you know, so they're gonna fight soon, Pantoja and Van, and you know, we're interested to see it. If you did get the call back to the UFC, how high up do you think it would be? You know, would it be 1 or 2 fights away from the title fight? Would it be a contender fight to have you come in? You know, maybe if Joshua Van and Pantoja are fighting and they call you to fight the, you know, number 5. How many fights do you think you need in order for them to give you the shot?
Doesn't matter whatever UFC decides. It's their company. It's their plan. Whatever they want to do, they will do it. And right now, I look at the rankings today. Kai Kara France out of rankings. I think he take his time. He took taking some time off. It's not like he's been cut. Like I've been told that he's just been take his time off for a year, and I see there's a 3 opponents in top 10 who are beat. There's Tim Elliott, Alex Perez, and Manuel Cape in top 10. And there's a rank number 12 is Charles Johnson, who are also beat. And it shows a bit good guys. Shows the good guys. And only competition I see myself is a Pantoja. And I truly it's not easy fight for me, but to prove why I'm the best in the world in this division, only beating Pantoja. The rest I have done everything.
So there's no more bad blood with Manuel Cape?
No, brother, it's done. It's just focus on my career. He focus on his career, and it'd be childish if we continue. It'd be very, very immature thing if we continue. No.
Well, and to be honest, he can't even make it to a fight. You're out here racking up wins everywhere. He can't even make it to a fight. So he needs to concentrate too.
I mean, stuff happens. Like sometimes you miss weight, sometimes injury happens. It happens, and but when he makes to fight, he put good performances too.
For sure.
So he did good 2 fights. I have no hate towards him. I wish him all the best, man.
So you're building a gym in Dagestan. You know, how did that all come about?
I'm building like a little PI, but just for the camps, so I can do my camp and prepare for the big fight. I want to put like big size cage and like Ilya Topuria have like a small gym. You see Ilya Topuria has like very nice gym.
Or in Georgia?
No, he has at home in Spain. So it's something like this, but in the future I want to build something in the town for the kids. So I'm into building too. I pay for ChatGPT, and sometimes like it was one day before my title fight in Brave, I was doing measuring the window sizes, and for the ChatGPT gives me sometimes good construction sites. You know?
Oh yeah,
that's funny. So you're like an architect.
Yeah, I try. I just tell him like, can you give me some couple designs, and then I speak to my who is working on my construction, and then I send him. It's like, who made you this? Sometimes he's like, brother, you have too much the designs. Who do this? I'm chatting to ChatGPT, and this actually helps me.
So your little PI is gonna be like beautiful. It's not just gonna be a steel building with nothing on the walls. That's funny. I'm gonna be looking at the windows when I see your PI.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, ChatGPT is very good, very, very helpful.
So, you know, doing work outside of the ring is very important for fighters, especially this day and age. You know, getting business or finding ways to, you know, use your platform to create wealth around you for teammates and other things as well. You know, what besides fighting, and fighting is your number one. You know, what outside of the ring is your top priority, whether it be real estate, you know, and I'm not talking about family. Obviously, family is number one. But I mean, like, you know, real estate, or, you know, building this gym and giving back to the kids, or how can it something that benefits you, you know, benefit others, or what is your number one business opportunity?
Yeah, so I invest like in real estate, buy and rent out, and I just don't want to like hold money, because money lose the value while it stays at home, and I make money working to make another money, and I think I don't want to get in same hole I was when I was kid, and I don't want to see my family go through some struggle what I seen. That's my main goal is so they have like just focus education and stuff like this, so they don't have to like fight, cut weight, and do all this what we do, you know. And that's my main thing right now, and waiting for Bitcoin to hit $1 million.
And you know, props to you, man, for an outstanding career so far. I would love to see you get the opportunities that you have fought for so long, and I hope you have success.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much, Mark.
Can I propose a question to both of you? Can we attack something we don't have on the run of the show? But I really want to talk about this. What's more important to both of you? Because Mike Perry, obviously, a lot of fighters' favorite fighter because he's violent as, you know, he just goes out there and bangs. And then you have Islam Makhachev, which I find fascinating. If you can't beat someone who's dominant, get over it. That's the sport. But what's more important to both of you? Winning or being entertaining?
Winning.
I think winning.
Winning is always
You
more
can't
important.
you can't be entertaining. Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
No.
I think you can be entertaining at a certain point, 2-3 fights, and then when you keep losing but entertaining, they're gonna call you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, of course, Mac. Entertainment is never. I never got into fighting to be entertaining. I got in because that hungry animal that I have inside, I like the violence, and that's just how I've trained. That's how I prepare to fight. Like, I use my violent style in training to get more violent, which means I get hit a lot. So that's why I get good at getting hit, because even in training, I make guys tired of punching me. And then when they're really tired and I've been trying to land on them, I still got the energy and I just start landing stuff. And if I've been tough enough to hold on the whole time, I don't mean to be entertaining. I just fight that way. And because, like, that's why I asked him about his mindset when he said he didn't feel best, but he still won. He still performed. He was still smart enough. Me, if I'm not feeling my best or whatever, I hate these fights where a guy is really smart and just, you can't tell when he's going to pick the time that they're going to collide. I'm just like, collide. Like, I want a car crash. You know what I mean? I feel better in a car crash, which is, it's not the best style. I'm not a coach. When I have tried to teach people, I don't like it because I can't teach them how to be like me. I'm me because I was born this way. So, I wouldn't teach my style to another kid,
It's impossible.
Yeah, my son, I will make him tough. I think he threw someone today at school. The kid kept messing with him. The teachers were saying that the kid kept bothering him. Apparently, he tackled him. I got to have a talk with him here soon. And I always explain, but I don't want him to be, like me. I want him to be better.
Yeah. It's like Tony Ferguson has that style that nobody can learn from him, but it suits to him. You know what I mean? It's something like
they
this.
said.
But
They said due to the allegations of fights being fixed in the UFC, his 12-fight losing streak or his 8-fight losing streak, one of those, is under review. Tony Ferguson should have never lost all those fights. He was getting paid under the table.
It's cap. That's cap. Tony, bro, imagine approaching him to throw a fight. That dude believed in himself.
It's all jokes.
Yeah. Nah, his mentality is different level, but.
So
what do you?
If you tell him you lose this fight, I think he will smash you.
How do you think Khabib versus him would have gone had it ever happened? It's one of the biggest what ifs in MMA.
It's a big fight, but really, like, when I see like Tony on the way down, I thought like Khabib would maul him.
Yeah.
But when they both on the peak, I thought like it's 50-50 fight.
It's a nice watch. What is that? 41 millimeter?
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
You have good eyes.
I need a 41. I got 36. I need a 41. I saw the new Rolex Honeycomb. It looks like an AP, and it's only 36 millimeter. They don't have the 41, so I'm not getting it. But I'm just saying, I do like watches. I do like anything worth money. Who doesn't love stuff worth money? And make sure you put your money on Muhammad Mokaev becoming a world champion.
My guy,
I believe your
I
money's
appreciate
safe
it, man.
there.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Soon I will hold the belt and we'll do the podcast again.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you so much for your time, Muhammad. Hope you have a great one,
you.
and I can't wait to see you fight.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I hope to see you soon in America.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
See you guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Florida is the best place in America, just saying. Yeah, no doubt. Smart guy, man. I have a lot of respect for how those guys carry themselves. I could never go through life not ever having drank or like I'm about to go drink and right now when we finish this podcast. I would love to fight whether he beat me up or not, dog. I would love to train mixed martial arts again if I could know that it was going to lead me somewhere into a matchup, fight Carlos Prates. We could be in the fight and then spinning elbow each other and, and then drink after.
Where do you think your career would have gone if you went to Dagestan for 2 years to train grappling?
I never could have done it, bro. I would have got...
Well, but let's just say, like go to Dagestan 2 years and forget, that whole meme.
Yeah.
Mike Perry with some Dagestani dude, like you're saying right there, they raw dog life. They literally raw dog life.
Yeah, but like, I'm not
the whole thing. That's why they're hungry.
Right? I'm from Michigan. We had good wrestling up there. I did some wrestling. I didn't want to be a wrestler. I'm this strong, crazy, I'm super strong. Like when I grapple with anyone will tell you I'm super strong. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to waste my energy with that type of strength. I like to hit. I like the fighting and the boxing. And, but I see that there's these skills in MMA, like the spinning elbows or the knees. I remember kneeing people in the faces, man, holding them in the clinch and just kneeing them in the face. That was some of the meanest stuff. And I just wasn't ever going to be that type of wrestler. I had great grappling, and I used it to stay out of grappling situations and just hit people. And when I ground and pound people, I have great ground control with my wrestling to hit them and land good stuff. I just, that's not my style. And, and I can't go, fishing like that. Like sometimes I go fishing, but it's really more.
I saw your backyard the other day, bro. You could go fishing in your backyard.
Like I'm peaceful with strobe lights and like bass and like at a festival or something, and we're just rolling and chilling, and I like to have fun, man.
You like chaos, bro. You like chaos. You thrive in chaos.
It is fun. I get tipsy. Shout out to Yoel, not Romero, but that's my guy too. Mi hermano Romero, but the other Yoel that I sat at DBX with. Poor guy had to listen to me after I had a couple margaritas and I was watching them fights, and I was just like, woo, that's just some good fights, right? That's what that's what you go there for, to watch the fights and yell and be loud. Sometimes it's good, but as long as it doesn't affect others negatively.
Mike, do you know who Cam Scattaboo is?
I wish I did with that name.
Oh, bro, that's you in football. I just realized that. He is the Mike Perry of football.
I
Okay, I won't go into a whole
thought
explanation
Michael
about that.
Myers, you know, Michael Myers, like fight. You posted,
Dude,
Michael
this is not
Myers.
a diss. You got it. When you get off here, look up Cam Scattaboo. He was at the UFC event. So the other day he got hit and literally snapped his whole leg, like Anderson Silva-esque at his ankle. This dude, like 2 weeks later, is going around on his scooter with his leg up, surgery, all this. His season's over. He's a rookie or second year. Dude, just look up. He was all at the UFC event screaming. He started beef the next night at WWE. Bro, you got to look up Cam Scattaboo. He is literally football's Mike Perry. Everyone in the comments is going to agree with me.
I tried to play football. Man, I was in high school where I was on junior varsity in ninth grade
What position?
because I was a linebacker, I'm a small guy, but I was a D lineman. I was a defensive lineman because I scoop past people. When I first started playing football, I was a center. I hiked the ball and then blocked defender.
Yeah.
I was an offensive. Why the fuck was I an offensive lineman? Because I'm strong, right?
Yep.
And then there was this game. So look, I was junior varsity because our varsity team in Flint had Mark Ingram.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Mark Ingram played varsity at this high school, and we had amazing football team, right? And then, so I'm playing junior varsity. We kicked the ball off. I'm on the kick special teams, kick team.
Yeah.
Right? We kick it off. I'm running to hit someone as hard as I can. I don't care who it is. I'm running full speed. This guy sees me. He gets ready. I jumped and hit him, and we clashed. And I was dizzy, and we were both on our feet, and we looked at each other, and we ran around each other. Like, damn, that didn't work, right? I get on the sidelines. I take my helmet off. My helmet is broken. Like, all the way down the back. My coach goes, oh, you can't play. He goes, you can't play no more today. It was the first play of the game. I missed the whole game because I couldn't play anymore because I broke my helmet, smacking helmet to helmet with this other player. We didn't knock each other down or nothing.
And you were defense? You were going for the tackle, right? So you were targeting. You went head to head.
Dude, I was targeting. We hit each other. I jumped in the air, bam, and we were just
That's what
standing
Cam
there.
Scattaboo does when he blocks, bro. Because he's a running back. I was going to guess that you either were linebacker, maybe an edge rusher, which is defensive line, outside edge, or a fullback.
Okay, I ran the ball once or twice at fullback, but I told the coach that day, he's like, no, you can't play no more. I was like, no, what, can I use somebody else's helmet? He's like, that's not the point.
Yeah, so it was concussion protocol.
He was like, you're up in the head right now, so you can't play no more. I was like, no, I'm totally fine. I want to try to hit someone again. I shouldn't have did that.
Okay, you are proving my point that you are the Cam Scattaboo, or you're Cam Scattaboo's the.
Yeah, I was proving your point. Thanks. Yeah,
you're literally proving, dude. Well, so how did that fizzle out? When did you stop football?
Grades fizzled. You know, otherwise, I probably, I used to think about if I was able to keep my grades up or stay in one school long enough to keep my grades up and actually get good at school, because there was times I did get good at doing the work. And then we would move. I would move and go to a different school. And then like just be in a totally different subject or whatever. And then, there's lots of other distractions in high school.
Yeah.
Lovely distractions. But, so I thought I would have gone to college as a wrestler if I continued on with the wrestling. But then, I started lifting weights, playing some football. I tried to play some basketball. That was tough. 14 years old, kids had beards and they were dunking the basketball at 14. I was like barely touching the net. Probably couldn't touch the net. It was ridiculous. But I could hoop though too. So
I won't bore you with my story, but you'd be surprised how similar our stories are. Mine was baseball, not football.
no, you got
or
some
like
taekwondo
wrestling.
skills too.
What's that? You got taekwondo?
You got taekwondo skills.
A little bit, but I mean, I was forced to play baseball. I always wanted to play football, and my parents wouldn't allow me to. But both my brothers did. My little brother was just like you in
It
football.
probably saved your brain.
Well, no, 100%. They wanted to save my legs because I was supposed to like.
Wear
I'm not
braces?
one of those guys like I was gonna go pro.
You were
but
supposed
like,
to wear leg braces.
no, they didn't want me to wear leg
Forrest
braces because
Gump?
I was too good at baseball. So I don't know. I had a very similar thing where grade fizzles. Went to 8 high schools, bro. Like life was for a while, and I fizzled out, and I don't regret.
Good time though.
I had a great time, bro. I
Meet
lived
all
with
the
my
people.
girlfriend when I was 14 and her family. They were rich, and they took me on a cruise to Jamaica. Like they bought me my first Xbox. My life was weird too, bro. And so baseball fizzled out, but I didn't decide to go be a fighter.
Speaking of Xbox,
oh yeah,
Arc Raiders, boy. That's
what is the game? Because I keep seeing it's going viral, but I'm focused right now because of the World Series. I'm dominating at MLB. Now I'm picking back Madden. So now I'm dominating at Madden again. But I keep wanting to try Arc Raiders.
yeah.
What's it about?
So it's third person, PvP. What's fun about it, I think, is that you go up to someone on the game and you're like, oh, I'm friendly. And they're like, all right, cool, let's go find this loot together. And then you shoot them in the back and kill them when they find some good stuff. They didn't expect it. And then, like, I don't play that. If you're like, oh, I'm friendly, I'm like, cool. And then as soon as I get my chance, I'm going to shoot you. So that's what's cool about the game. It's like, it's all about your rating, right? So you live underground. The world lives underground. Robots have taken over the surface, and you travel to the surface of the earth or other places to raid items that you may need for survival down below, which is like computer opponents, mechanical parts, this and that. And then you take all these items, you fill your pockets, and then you leave and you have a successful raid. But in order to leave, like, you got to call this elevator, and then all the police helicopters come and they shoot your ass. They hit you with electricity, or it's fun, man. And then people too, you got to watch out for people, kill them, find blueprints.
So it's
And
like
if you
Fallout.
die,
It's Fallout,
you
but
lose
they
all
did it.
your stuff. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Fallout, yeah.
But like they actually online, because dude, Fallout 76, the online thing they did just didn't really work that well. So that actually sounds really cool.
No, it is really cool, man. The Arc Raiders is fun, and some people know how to do some incredible stuff, like, play. I kind of want to get a PC. I saw this thing that said it's like you can play Xbox and PS games on it, and it's a console PC.
The Steam
I heard
Steam
that
box.
coming out. Do you have any idea about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can look.
Tell us
So
in the
it's
comments what you know about Steam, if it's worth it, or if it's a PC. Get a real PC setup.
well, this one's supposed to be able to play. It's essentially. So your online, your stuff you play on your PC, it's a console version of anything on Steam. So right here, Valve officially reveals the Steam machine, console-type machine that plays your Steam games over 6 times the power of the Steam Deck. Steam Deck was the first thing they brought out. You could play anything on Steam portable. It's like a PSP back in the day, which was way ahead of its time. 4K 60 FPS with FSR, 512 gigs with 2 terabyte options, runs Stream OS but can install Windows. So yeah, it's literally just like a console for your computer games that you can't play on console. That might be bad. It looks like an Xbox.
I see some crazy stuff from PC players, like the way that they're able to move and I'm like, they're doing mouse and keyboard, or you can use controller with a PC. So I don't really get it, but it's just so many better megapixels or something.
Well, and they adjust all kinds of settings. You can see things better.
Faster.
You can mod your stuff. You can. Like, dude, every time, so I play Madden cross-platform, and it shows what console these people are on. And, like, every time it's a PC player, I'm like, I'm in for it on this game. PC players are different for sure. But I know you have to talk to your son. You have to give me a talk when he gets home. But let me ask you one more thing. So a lot of hate's coming in on, not hate, but like JDM. So a lot of people thought, oh, bro, he's going to be able to box up Islam just kind of like he did Bilal. Like, just the way they turned on JDM.
How Hamzat did
DDP. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but JDM's different because he won. So there was a tweet that went viral saying, is this the worst UFC champion ever, JDM? Because how he looked like he was going to cry almost going in like the 4th and 5th. My girlfriend said it watching the fight, and I was like, I don't think he's going to cry. I think he's just like frustrated.
Yeah.
But dude, he looked broken. And so I'm just curious, like, how you feel about that? Like, I don't know, bro. He was a UFC champion. Why is he getting so much disrespect?
Because people don't work for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, like, they motivate me. I don't want to work no more. Like, I trained so hard, so long, for so many years, and I've become this thing that you can't even recreate. Mm-hmm. My chin, my punching, my violent style of car crashes, it works a lot of the time, and sometimes it doesn't. And I've created things with that I can be proud of. And it's hard to, you know, I think of David Goggins all the time. Motivation, this and that. You do it because you have to. It's discipline, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, if I'm really tough, if I'm really tough, I'm going to do what I want, which is nothing. I'm going to play this game right now. I'm going to drink alcohol and be tipsy or loosey-goosey and eat cake and donuts and also steak and cheeseburgers because why would I live life without enjoying these sweet delicacies that are out here, as well as find the time to, you know, I'll put my shoes on and go out the door and go for a slow jog. But then even a slow jog kills me because I'm like, why am I going so slow? Like, I need to just get exhausted. I can get exhausted in 2 miles or 1 mile even. And then until I get to the point that I do it consistently enough that I can do it for 5 miles. And I'm running so fast. 7.5 minute miles, 7-minute miles for 5 miles in a row. You know, I've done that. I've built that so many times just for everybody on the internet to only believe the internet and just suck the life out of anything that you tried for. Boo-hoo, don't cry about it. Yeah, I get that. So I don't. And I do what I want, and you still can't beat me. Savage, dog. So that's what it is, bro. I'm going to enjoy this life, whether it be by putting my feet up, drinking something, playing Arc Raiders, and seeing my wife naked, dog.
America.
Don't think about that. It's just something I love to do. So don't think about it too much. My friend, you know, shout out to the Spartan, man. Shout out to the Spartan. My brother, I grew up, you know, later in life, I met him like in high school, and then I went to training with him and his dad used to pick me up. I was on house arrest. His dad used to pick me up. I would get times on my schedule where I could go and train, and he would pick me up in the morning with the Spartan. He would have a protein bar and a Gatorade in the back seat. Mark Nicholson, he just beat cancer. And he would pick me up all the time. He would take me training. We would go on 60-mile bike rides. 60 miles, bro. Crazy through. And he gave me this mentality and taught me all this stuff about being great. And Alex always said this thing, it makes sense if you don't think about it.
I like that.
And it was always true. It's always true. Don't think about it too much. Do it or just grind it. And now I don't really, you know, I try not to think about it too much, but it's literally a part of our daily go-tos. You got to think about it when you're doing this podcast, and it can drive you crazy. So shout out to all the fans watching, man, all the friends, all the fam, all the people. Christmas time is coming. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys and your families. I know that's right around the corner. I'm excited to eat some good food there. and enjoy a nice Christmas with my family. I hope you guys all have a nice one. And, you know, we'll all see each other soon enough.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.